All right, Shalom. I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Double honors to the apostle, Nelson Great Millstone, that rule well, and hearty salutations to you, Akians, pushing this truth throughout the four winds and sincerity. All right, you still have to live, bruh. Just go right into it. You still have to live. All right? Life, okay, you know you're Israelite. Then what? You think everything gets easier then? Nah, it actually gets harder. All right? You still have to live. All right? Galatians 5, we'll start at 6, read 21. It says, "This I say then, walk in the Spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh." Okay, this could be complicated. You know what I'm saying? Because some people, it can be complicated because you actually see what your flesh lets you see. You can see things in front of you. You can't always, you can't see spiritual things if you don't all the way understand that you still have to live, bro. Okay? You got to walk in the Spirit, but you still also are in captivity, and you got to see things and live things, all right? It says, "For the flesh lusteth against the Spirit, and the Spirit against the flesh. And these are contrary one to the other, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would." All right? The Spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So you have to understand, bro, you still have to live. But when you live, you got to walk spiritually. All right? People can say anything. People can tell you anything, bruh. But you still have to walk this walk in this flesh. All right? And you're going to constantly battle. You're going to constantly fight. And you know who your main fight is going to be against? Yourself. All right? This fight is going to be, you're going to be fighting yourself. Because you got to go home and look at yourself in the mirror. Does the scriptures not say, examine yourselves daily? All right? You still got to live, bruh. Just because you know you're an Israelite, that don't change shit. You still got to go through this captivity. You still going to battle things. And you going to hate the fuck out this place. Ultimately, it's going to be to build you up. But, hey, you still got to live it. All right? "But if ye be led of the Spirit, ye are not under the law. But now the works of the flesh are manifest." They're going to be made known, the things you do. "Which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanliness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envying, murderers, drunkenness, revilings, and such like, of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in past time." Quick little side note, reincarnation. "That they which do these things shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High." So, by you still having to live, it will behoove you to avoid all the things of this fucking flesh. But you still got to live. So if you're going to live, hey, you might as well live for Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Don't be a nigga. Okay? You still have to live. All right? This is Ephesians. And through you living, it's easy to live. I ain't gonna say it's easy, but it's hard to live the Israelite life. But when you walk in the Spirit, you have help. Okay? But when you walk of the flesh, you only get nigga things from that. All right? Things that's vanity. And this is why you have to walk in Spirit right here. "Put on the whole armor of the Most High, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Because Satan's spiritual counterpart, Esau, the so-called white man, he gonna be chunking all kinds of shit at you. All kind of devices. All right? For we wrestle not against flesh and blood. That's physical things. You're not fighting physical things. But guess what? They're still here. Okay? When you go back up here, it says idolatry, witchcraft, uncleanliness, fornication, adultery. Those are physical things. You're not fighting against them if you live in spiritually. Because you basically avert that. That's nothing you're gonna be fighting against. You're battling spiritual things because you're looking through spiritual eyes, but you yet and still have to live in this flesh. And you're gonna have to fight there too. All right? It says, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. All right? That's what you fighting. Spiritual wickedness. Things you can't even see. All right? Wherefore, take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day. And having done all to stand therefore, having your loins girt about with the truth. Stand the fuck up. Fight. And having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. All right? Above all, take the shield of faith. And this is crucial. Shield of faith. You got to have faith, man. You have to have that faith, that immovable, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked. Because the darts coming, they're not physical. They're spiritual darts. And you can't see them. All right? But it's telling you all this. You basically going to be fighting on both sides. You're going to fight physically. And you're going to fight spiritually. Because we're in captivity. All right? You still have to live in this flesh. All right? You still have to live and fight in this flesh. But you walk that way being a spiritual man of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay, if that makes sense. It says 17, and take the helmet of salvation and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And you have that in your mind. All right? Praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints. So you watching out for your brother too. All right? You watching out for men who's like-minded like you. Okay, and I think that was the last video I just put up. It said, I endure all things for the elect's sake. Okay? We got a lot on our shoulders through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And for me, that utterance may be given unto me, that I may open my mouth boldly to make known the mystery of the gospel. So you gotta do this boldly. All right? You putting on all these instruments of war, breastplate, you got your sword, you got your helmet, you got your shield. That's battle. That's things of battle. All right, so you got to be willing to die. But that's when you sold out spiritually. All right? But you still have to live. I'm going to drive that point home. You still have to live, bruh. You still got to live and fight a physical battle also. Because Esau coming. You know what I'm saying? Because he know his time short. But you got to fight it spiritually too. And physically. Because spiritually more. Because if you get in a situation to where is take the chip or die. Spiritually, you got these body armor on, and guess what? You're gonna stand for that. You're not gonna care about your body being killed off. That's why it says we wrestle not against flesh and blood. All right. As I ought to speak. Okay. Now it says an ambassador in bonds. So you go to ambassador. It says a diplomatic official that of the highest rank sent by one sovereign or state to another, a sit's residence representative. So that's what we are. We're representatives of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. Okay? We are ambassadors of this truth. It says in bonds. We're in captivity, bondage. All right? We're ambassadors that's in bondage to bring forth a word from Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. That's our job. But you being an ambassador in captivity, so guess what? You will be tested in your flesh. You're going to be tested. All right? But by you being tested, how will you stand? This is Romans 8:35. Who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? All right? Shall tribulation? Tribulation is, guess what? Something you deal with when you live, your flesh. Or distress when you stressed out. That's fleshly. It's mentally, but it's stress. Or persecution is someone, if you're being persecuted, that's your mind, but that's also your flesh. You still have to live and fight this fight. Or famine, or nakedness, or peril, or sword. Basically being put to death. Who gonna separate you from the love of Yahweh Shai, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua? As it is written, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep for the slaughter, helpless. Nay, in all these things we are more than conquerors, because we are ambassadors. All right? Through him that loved us. For I am persuaded that neither death, nor life, nor angels, nor principalities, nor powers, nor things present, nor things to come, nor height, nor depth, nor any other creature shall be able to separate us from the love of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, which is in Hamashiach Yahushua our Lord. Nothing. Even though you got to live in this place, all right, you got to have faith. You got to live in this flesh, walking in the spirit. But nothing's supposed to separate you. Women, children, your job, nothing. He said depth, height. Bro, that's everything. It's nothing that should separate you from him, even though you have to still live in this flesh. All right? Hope this was edifying. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. Double honors to the apostle and elders of Great Millstone. Peace, safety, and blessings to you, Akim, throughout the four winds pushing this truth. Shalom.